welcome to TMC's 2012 San Jose Roadshow. My name is Rich Tehrani. Thanks for watching on our program today. Mannix O'Connor, Technical Marketing Director at MRV. Mannix, welcome to the show.
Hello, Rich.
So, normal question I ask. I like to start off interviews just making sure all the viewers know everything about your company. So give us, well, maybe not everything, at least an overview, enough of an intro so they know exactly what you do.
Sure thing. We specialize in first and second mile access technologies. So that's carrier Ethernet, as well as wave division multiplexing, WDM, CWDM, DWDM. And we, of course, mix the two together, and we sell them separately. So our customers are service providers, data centers, municipalities, finance, government, education.
So basically, as this broadband explosion has taken place, you're helping to enable that explosion through the networking equipment and advancements to be able to deal with just ever-expanding amounts of bandwidth.
If you think as an analogy to the body, you know, the arteries are there. The main backbone, the core network is in good shape. But the small, fine capillaries getting to every community and close to all the consumers isn't as well developed. So people need the infrastructure to come close to them so they can get the high bandwidth applications that you're referring to.
So your typical customer, would they be more rural telcos?
That's a big play. We certainly have a great number of them. They don't necessarily represent the bulk of our revenue, but probably the bulk of our number of customers, yes. Rural telcos, municipalities, and third-party builders who are going out to areas that are somewhat underserved by fiber and building fiber networks to connect either business parks, campuses, and/or cell towers.
Did some of the broadband stimulus funds flow down to you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's good news. And I know the cell tower market, I was going to ask you about that as a separate question, but that's a booming space, right, for fiber.
It's really a very interesting, and you're right, a lot of fiber is being installed to connect towers. Luckily, we have a lot of consumers, and AT&T, Verizon in the U.S., and cellular companies worldwide have a lot of consumers that want mobility, whether it's on a cell phone or a mobile pad. Or a laptop with connected to a 3G or an LTE network.
And the staggering growth in pixels on these screens, which theoretically would correlate to even greater need for bandwidth.
Greater need for bandwidth. So and we're really in the beginning stages of this, because a lot of it today is all you can eat and not qualified. In other words, the important applications travel with the same quality as the, quote, less important applications. So carrier Ethernet is a development which is helping service providers of all sorts segment their traffic so that you and I can pay for the stuff we really need and have the other traffic as it's available with bandwidth.
So if I'm let's say a carrier potential customer out there watching this video, and I'm looking at choosing between MRV and some of the competitive solutions, why do I want to go with your company for either WDM solutions or carrier Ethernet?
These networks are very complex, and consequently they can cost a lot of money to run. And we've invested quite a bit in software to automate all of the functions, so provisioning a customer, turning up a service, testing a service, finding fault when there is a degradation or a loss of service, and as well as projecting the topology and the performance in a map-like graphical way. And so this area reduces operational costs a lot. We've invested a lot of money in that, and we have some very unique software to do it that works with our carrier Ethernet and WDM equipment.
Fantastic. Thanks for being here today.
Appreciate it, Rich.